Welcome back to another episode of Toy Collector Review with me, Sergeant Geek. And guys, on this channel, I know we do a lot of Transformer action figures on here because Transformers is one of my favorite toys to collect. But the one that started it all was Star Wars. Now, I do not have many of the action figures or the vintage ones, but I do have some of the micro machines, which we'll be getting into. And I have the Black Series 6-inch action figures of the Early Bird Special Edition. I had that video in my playlist. You guys can go back and check that out, but I was missing one figure to complete that set, and today at my local Target I was able to pick up that character and add him to the set and complete that Early Bird set, and along with one of my newly favorite Star Wars characters, which we're gonna get into today. So we got two new action figures to add to the show. So guys, let's go ahead and let's take a look at these two action figures. Alright guys, so the first character we're gonna start off with is the Tuscan Raider, which is the last one I need for my Black Series early edition figures. So guys, let's go ahead and take a quick look at the packaging here. As you can see, you got a nice window so you can actually see the Tuscan Raider. And he does come with a couple of accessories there, quite a few actually, as you can see. You got a nice picture of him at the bottom, ages 4 and up, and along the side you got the name Tuscan Raider. Once again, very nicely done. You got the 50th anniversary Lucasfilm Star Wars Black Series archived. You got a photograph or drawing of him here with a little bit of a backstory for the character. And then on the back you got the timeline of where he actually showed up in the trilogy of movies. And that's pretty much the figure, guys. So let's go ahead, let's pull him out of the box and let's take a closer look at the action figure itself. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and get a closer look at him. As you can see, he does have a very nice head sculpt. He does get a little bit of weeble wobble on it. Mine is pretty stiff. Let me see if I can get him up in the camera. I got the camera pretty high today. Now he does have a cloth robe. As you can see here, this is not like some rubberized thing. This is a really decent cloth right here. And he's kind of hard to move. He's actually kind of stiff. Now the articulation with these guys, he does have the double jointed knees there, and they do have double jointed elbows. Let me see if I can slide this up. I really don't want to mess anything up on this guy because it took me a long time to find one of these Tuscan Raiders, and pretty much on eBay these guys are going for about $100. So there you can see he doesn't have double jointed elbows. It kind of looks like the interior like of the Obi-Wan character. Now he does have articulation in his wrist. Let me move the cloth out the way. He does have a little bit of a hip rotation as well. Now the outfit underneath the robe, the outer robe, it is a rubberized plastic, so it is pretty stiff. Now hold on, let me get up to stand up. Now he does come with quite a few accessories, so let's go ahead and check out those accessories right now. Let me get one. Here we have his bantha stick, I believe it's called. Now this one doesn't have anything at the bottom because he does come with 3 different options to be placed on his bantha stick, so you can actually mix and match them so they all don't have the same stick if you decided to army build these figures. Now these are the 3 different bottom pieces that go to his bantha stick here. So let's go ahead and check them out on his bantha stick. Let's see how they look. You got this silver one here. I don't think I've ever seen any of them have it on there, but it looks pretty cool. That looks pretty nice. Let's go with one of the other bottom pieces. Now this one here, I don't think I've seen either, not too 100% sure. Now this one kind of reminds me of the bantha stick of Boba Fett in the new Disney series Book of Fett. Probably not the same one, but it reminds me of it. But the one I like is the silver one, so we're gonna go ahead with that and place the silver one on there. Now he does also come with this rifle that you see the Tuscan Raiders always carrying when they're attacking somebody, which is really cool. Now I wonder if I can get his hands on it. Let me see if I can get him to actually carry the rifle. His hands are really stiff, so I'm assuming eventually I'm gonna have to play with this guy for a little bit just to get his fingers warmed up and loosened up so that they can expand more and I can be able to get him to grip these rifles a lot better. Right now I'm having a lot of trouble getting him to actually grip this rifle in the proper way. It really is a pain in the butt trying to get him to do it. Oh, come on, come on. Let's go. It's your rifle. Grab your rifle. Try many different ways to get this guy to grab this thing here. And like I said, I really don't want to damage this figure. I've been actually looking for him for a couple of years now, so when I was able to find him on the shelf at Target, I was dumbfounded. I couldn't believe there was one actually on the shelf, and I snatched him up quick, fast, in a hurry, as he was the only one on the shelf at the time. So I don't know how lucky I was, but I felt pretty lucky that day actually bringing him home. But having a lot of trouble getting him to actually grip this rifle. You see, I'm having a lot of trouble. Like I said, his arm is really stiff, and to get his trigger finger into the well and to grab it is being a real pain. If I can't get that thing, I'm gonna have to give up. I'm trying to see if I can twist it in. Maybe I can get him to slide in. I think pretty much what I'm gonna have to do is just play with the figure and work the hands a little bit on this character so I can actually get him to open up and he'll be able to carry his rifle properly. That's really what I want to do. I want to actually aim with the rifle and see if I can mount the bantha stake somewhere on his back. I think that'll be pretty cool on my shelf, but we'll keep working at it. But guys, there he is. This is the Tuscan Raider from the Star Wars 6-inch black series. Really cool. I'm so glad I actually got him to complete my collection. Very awesome figure. Now let's go to the next figure I got from the Star Wars series. Alright guys, so the next figure we got is of the Mandalorian, as you can see here, and he comes with Grogu, which is really cool. I actually picked up another Grogu that was just the Grogu figure that was just about the same size as this one. I think it's a little bit more detailed. But check this out. As you can see, you got a full window so you can actually see the figure with all of the accessories that he comes with. On the bottom, Star Wars, The Mandalorian, which is the show he comes through. The Mandalorian and Grogu. Not really sure what that says. And on the side, you can see there's nothing here but a piece of the window where you can see him. Once again, some awesome artwork on the back with a little story on the figure itself so you can know more about the character. And you can see little Grogu sleeping there at the bottom. Once again, really cool. Now on this side, you got some more artwork of the Mandalorian and Grogu in his little protective shell, whatever it is. But guys, once again, let's go ahead. Let's pop this guy out of the package and let's check out the figure. All right, guys, so we got him out of the box. Let's go ahead and get a closer look at these figures, starting with Grogu. Now, as you can see here, Grogu to me doesn't look like they gave him much detail. He is a solid figure. Nothing really moves. He doesn't have much articulation at all. I think you can move the hands a little bit. That's about it. He's stuck in that position, and it looks like his eyes are closed. Now, with the Mandalorian, as you can see, if my camera gets focused right, you can see he's actually got this dirt over his helmet and body. Most of his body parts, as you can see there, with the little specks of brown on the visor. Brown covering everywhere, little specks everywhere. I can't remember which scene it was where he had all that stuff on him. But guys, if you can remember, go ahead and leave it in the comment section below. Now, as you can see, lots and lots of awesome detail to this figure right here. And this character looks really cool. Looks just like the show. Very nicely done. Now, let's go ahead and let's take a look at some of the articulation. As you can see here, his head is on a ball joint. So you do get some weeble wobble there. He can go left, right, up, down. He can tilt his head and rotate it. Very nicely done. Well, hold on one sec. Because his hands are a little bit stiff. Now that's pretty much as far to the out his hands can go out. Now you can rotate his hands 360. We're just going to skip that right now. He does have 90 degrees at the elbow, and he does have elbow rotation, as you can see there. Pretty much the same articulation here is the same one on the Tuscan Raider. And well, there you go with the 360. Now he does have a little bit of an ab crunch here, and he does have a little bit of an ab rotation, as you can see. Let me get the cape out the way. Now with the legs, that's as pretty much far as it'll kick forward. Now if you wanted to go further, any further out, either way you're gonna have to kick it off to the side, which looks really weird. But now we go with the knees. They do have double jointed knees, so you can't kick his leg all the way back, so you can get some pretty decent posing there. And as you can see there with the foot, it does tilt up and down. Very nicely done there with lots more detail. Let's go ahead and straighten the leg out. Let's get this guy ready to stand up. Okay, there we go. Now these guys do come with quite a bit of accessories for them. So let's start it off with the first accessory, which is right here. All right, let me see if I can reach for it. And the first accessory is gonna be the Mandalorian's side pistol. Now as you can see here, they did it in a nice gunmetal gray with a brown handle. Lots of detail to it. Looks really cool. Now let's see, unlike the Tuscan Raider, let's see if we can get this pistol to go in his hand. Usually pistols are a lot easier for them to grip than it is the rifles. But let's go ahead and see if we can get this done. Come on here. Yeah, I think we got it. Nope. I think his hands are gonna be just as frustrating as the Tuscan Raiders. Wait a minute, I think we got it. I think we got it right there. Let's see. A little bit more twisting. Get the finger in the trigger well. And there we go. There we go. We got it in his hand. Managed to get it in there. And he does look really cool with his pistol in his hand. As you can see there, looking really nice. That looks awesome. But for those of you guys who don't want to hold the pistol in the hand, we also got a very cool storage option, which I do like with the Black Series, that they do this with them. Let's get it out of his hand. Now he does have a holster, so we can actually put his pistol in the holster there. Push it in there. Come on, I don't want it to break. Please don't break. All right, so there we go. We got the pistol in the holster right there, which is really cool. Now, once again, they do got a lot of accessories, so let's get him to stand up. Let's get him back over here. And let's pull out the next accessory that comes in this pack, which is Grogu's pod. Now, as you can see here, it's really nicely done. It's got the scuff marks and everything. Like as you can see right there, looks like it's been through hell and back. So, and it comes with this clear stand, so it can support itself. Now let's go ahead and put Grogu in there. Now let's take a quick look at it with Grogu inside. Hold up, make sure he's standing right. All right, really cool looking once again, as you can see there. Looks like Grogu's trying to reach out for something to eat like he always does in the show. So let's go ahead and put this back here. Now the next accessory that comes with this figure is his rifle, his long barreled rifle. Once again, nicely detailed, as you can see here, very nicely done. Now let's see if we can go 2 for 2 and see if we can get him to hold his rifle. Now, once again, these fingers are tough. Let's see if we can get him to hold it. I doubt I'm gonna get his finger on in the trigger well. It looks kind of small, but if I can get him to at least hold the rifle. Okay, there we go. We got his finger in there. And if you guys wanted to, like always, because it's a big rifle, you can get the other hand to hold the barrel up, and there you go. Once again, very nicely done. This looks really awesome. This is a really cool figure. I like it, and I like to show the Mandalorian. So that's why when I saw him on the shelf, I wanted to pick him up. But guys, I also have this accessory here. I'm not sure what it is. I believe it is some sort of fruit. Now this one you can actually pop off the top, and it has that little yellow thing inside. I guess that's the nectar or whatever it is. And I believe there was an episode where Grogu was eating some of that stuff. But it is one of the other accessories that comes with this figure. Don't manage to really stay up much. Now I do have another figure that goes quite well with these guys. This here is a Grogu figure that I picked up that was just by himself. As you can see here, he got painted ears, the eyes are open, he's got a little detail to the top of his head, and his arms are articulated, so you can put his hands up, you can put them down, you can rotate them at the wrist, and his head has some articulation as well. So let me go ahead and set him up. There we go. Got his hand down. Now as you can see here, you can move his head around, and his head is fully detailed from the ears, the eyes, and the top of the head there. He does have some articulation in his hands, so you can actually get him to move his hands up and down for whatever it is you want him to do. I think that's pretty cool. Now he came with a couple of accessories of his own. He comes with this small rock, this tiny bowl, and a frog. Now the rock and the frog, I know where they're from. I'm not too sure where the bowl fits into play, but this is the little case that they came in with the figure. Being that they're such tiny little accessories, I keep them in that case as to not lose them for Grogu. Well guys, that's it for the Star Wars figures. I think that's where we're gonna wrap up this video today. Alright guys, so that's gonna wrap up another episode of Toy Collector Review. Now what do I think about these figures now when it comes to the Tuscan Raider? I am super glad that I was able to get him, as he is part of a 12 series of the Early Bird Star Wars Black Series figures. Now the Early Bird figures is the first original 12 characters that came out for the first Star Wars movie. They didn't have enough to produce, so they were giving out these Early Bird packs where you would actually get the figures mailed to you once they were created. Now I got all 12 characters now thanks to the Tuscan Raider that I was able to find at Target, and I am so glad to have him. Now when it comes to the Mandalorian and the Grogu characters, they're really awesome. I like the way they got the Grogu character to actually go to scale. Now the Grogu that actually comes with the Mandalorian, not too crazy about, as he doesn't have any articulation, not much detail to him. But the individual Grogu that I was able to find for only $4.99 at my local Walmart is really awesome. I had him for about 2 years now, and it's great to actually put him with the Mandalorian, as he has lots of detail and he actually comes with his own little accessories as well, and he is to scale with the action figures from this toy line. So it's really cool. If you guys are fans of the Mandalorian or the Book of Fett, I do recommend picking up these figures. They are really detailed, really awesome looking. I am going to pick up more of these Mandalorian figures, and I'm hoping to actually get my hands on a new version of the Boba Fett action figure. Well guys, we come to that point in the video where if you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, become a member of this channel, hit that bell notification so you guys can be notified every time I put out a new video. And guys, share these videos on all your social media platforms. And guys, if you like the content that I'm putting out on this channel, go ahead and hit that like button. It does help with the YouTube algorithm. And guys, if there's anything in particular you want to see on this channel, go ahead and hit me in the comment section below, and I will do my best to get those videos out there for you guys. And guys, don't forget to check out Nerdvana over at Facebook. Join the group so you guys can be aware every time we go ahead and do new giveaways, as I'm always doing random giveaways for some cool Transformer figures, some cool Hot Wheel cars, and some awesome 3D print display pieces for you guys' collection. Once again, I'm Sergeant Geek, and I'm signing off.